Bonjour et bienvenue à Français Toi Honneur. That's who you are, Français Toi Honneur. I am Madame Zamor, your teacher, and I wanted to share with you a few of the things that we will be doing in this class. The first thing you need to know is that as your teacher, I have certain responsibilities. And my first responsibility is to present you with engaging material and tools for learning French. The next thing I want to be able to do for you is to give you constructive feedback so that you can improve your language learning, or as we say in the language learning circles, so we can improve language acquisition, and specifically French acquisition. And then finally, my job is to keep you on task. That means creating and updating the planner as required by our school. The planner will keep you on track. So I will show you what that looks like in a bit. But really, the planner is the main place to go to find out what you need to do in this class. Now, you have responsibilities too. Learning is not something I do. I have learned French. I can speak French. I have friends who are in France and who are French. I read in French. I analyze in French. When I watch a movie, I don't read the subtitles. I actually understand what's happening. And when I'm listening to things, I'm not translating from the French to English. I'm actually ingesting it in French without having to make that extra jump. But you, to get there, must do the learning. So what will you be doing? 5.5 hours a week, you will be doing one or more of the following. You will be speaking French. That's during our synchronous class time. No English except for the last 3 minutes. We will be speaking French the whole time, and you will be doing the speaking, not me. I'll ask questions, and then everybody's going to take turns speaking French. Learning. You will be learning vocabulary and grammar. Vocabulary is through using Quizlet. Quizlet is my go-to for learning vocabulary. And you'll notice that there is a feature called Spell. I'm not going to ask you to do flashcards. I'm not going to ask you to do Learn, although you can do them on your own time. I want you to use the spell feature. In the spell feature, you can hear the French and you have to type it out as it should be spelled. And you'll see the word in English on the bottom of the screen. So you'll be doing a couple of things. You're trying to spell in French of what you hear, and you'll be connecting it with the meaning in English. So that's the only feature that I need you to use in Quizlet. And for competition purposes, you will use gravity and matching. So you'll compete against your classmates doing that. We'll also be watching and analyzing film, reading and analyzing literature. You'll also be listening to Le Journal en Français Facile, which is sponsored by RFI, Radio France Internationale. You will be listening to French. Now, do I expect you to understand every single word you hear? Absolutely not. I want you just to hear the rhythm and the sounds of the language, because the other activity that I ask you to do is practice pronunciation. And we do that with a series of articulations. So there are sentences that you have to read in French and record, and you'll have to upload to our class site. You'll see how to do that later on. But those are the things that you are expected to do. You have 5.5 hours a week. Give me the time. Put the time in. Don't slack off. Please do give me all that you've got in those 5.5 hours. And if you finish early, do more Quizlet. Now, about the class. We will meet synchronously on class 2 and class 3 of the week. You will see that in your schedule. It'll be listed as, well, let me tell you, we will be meeting on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are class 2 and 3. Tuesdays and Thursdays. We will meet synchronously for 30 minutes, and then the remaining 30 minutes I will be using for one-on-one meetings with individuals in the class. The classes are entirely in French except for the last 3 minutes to get clarification if people need clarification. But we're definitely doing only French. And the asynchronous time, that's the time that we're not together. You will be using the planner to create a checklist of work you must complete for this class each week. Again, you may not have to do that extra step because if you just go follow the planner, that will keep you organized enough. You're going to upload your assignments using the links provided on PSL. I use Google Classrooms to collect assignments, and that's where the gradebook is located. So you'll be able to see a running grade for the assignments that I grade. Submitted assignments are graded the Saturday following the due date. The Saturday following the due date. That is a great thing because it allows me to focus on grading. So what happens? Saturday morning, I wake up, I shower, I have breakfast. Sometimes I take a walk, shower, and have breakfast. And then I sit at my computer and I just focus. And it's just, I really enjoy doing this. So that's why I dedicate my Saturdays to that activity. And finally, I want you to study French vocabulary 15 minutes a day for 7 days. I'm learning Spanish and I take 15 minutes a day to study different vocabulary lists. Do I expect to know all of them? Yes, by the end of the year, not right now. But it's a good exercise and you can practice spell. I love the spell feature. I'm going to talk to you about it over and over again. And then you can compete, as I said before, with your classmates using gravity or matching. The final thing, no, it's not the final thing, but you need the textbook D'accord. It's a new textbook. We're not using the ones we've used in the past. D'accord is a new textbook. It also comes with the Superside code, especially if you purchased it on MBS. You can also purchase the package on VHL. But MBS is where you get all your books, so it might be just easier to do it that way. Do not throw away the envelope that says, please keep me, because that's your code. And we're going to spend some class time signing up for D'accord if you haven't done that already. We'll be using your Kate email address. And if you do not have an account with VHL already, so we'll work on that together. Don't worry. Finally, what happens when you open up to the site? Well, this page is actually my Bienvenue welcome page. It is not the first page you see. The first page you see will be the planner. And this is the first week of school. You'll also see subsequent weeks listed. My goal is to be at least 3 weeks ahead for various reasons. If I'm good, I'll have the trimester done. But we'll see. It really depends on how we work together online. This is the welcome page. You'll have watched this video or will watch this video, and then you'll watch this video about this class. That's where this video will be located. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I will leave my information below this video. Just give me send me an email or text me, and we will coordinate so that we can get your questions answered. Please do not feel like you're alone, or please do not feel embarrassed to ask me questions. I'd rather you ask me questions when you have them, rather than have you go down the rabbit hole and do everything wrong when all you had to do was ask me a question. So that's about it. Actually, that's it. And if you have any questions after you listen to this video, let me know, okay? I hope I was clear. We'll be going over these things throughout the year, so have no fear. That's it. Take care. Je vais terminer maintenant. Hem, je vais vous dire au revoir, à bientôt.